Hey, what's going on today, y'all? I'm Chuck, coming in with the $1 Million Mindset. If you like this channel, you've been enjoying it, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe. Today, we're going to get into this topic, and the topic is designer or not. A lot of people are tied to name brands, and if that's your thing, then that's okay. But I want to dissect it and break it down. For some people that may have thought about it, some people may have not thought about it. But brands are cool, they're awesome. Once you get that brand in your mind, you get a taste for it, you get a likeness for it. You start to build your closet around it, your lifestyle around it, your outfits around it. And some people bite off more than they can chew or buy things that they truly can't afford. So we're gonna dive deep into fashion today has been driven by social media, televisions, ads, influencers, and celebrities, anybody of status. So it may be from driving the latest G-Wagon or the latest purse or the shoes, like the fad that came out, the big red boots. Basically, the celebrities and the well-to-do people have been sponsored or marketed to wear these clothes, and they don't even pay for the clothes. So they get these clothes furnished by all the luxury or high-end brands. They put them on their page, they wear them on these reality shows or what have you. And then we see it and we try to emulate them because we got status or we got credit or we got clout or we just want to appear more than what we are. Now this doesn't apply to everyone, so don't get your underwears in a bunch, because this won't apply to everybody. It's more so the people that's trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they know who they are. The agenda has been forced upon us through marketing, advertising, and celebrities, and we see this stuff and we start to believe that we can achieve it, we can afford it, and we can buy it, and we need it. Once you get tuned into that, it's hard to take away, it's hard to stop it. It's just like if you tell yourself you need a new car. If you tell yourself long enough and you sit in front of that TV or on social media and you look at those ads long enough, sooner or later you will get out of that chair or couch or wherever you are, the bed, and you will drive down to where that vehicle is and you will make a purchase. Another sidebar is, we keep up with the fashions and the trends, and they change so much until we have a closet full of stuff from the last season that is no longer in style. So it keeps us chasing the goalposts, but the only thing is the goalposts keep moving and our paycheck is staying the same. So we have to find a fashion or a trend, something that's attainable or affordable. Even if you get a lookalike, I didn't say a knockoff, I said a lookalike. If you got something that favored it or looked like, or just find something that works for you, because trying to keep up with these other people will keep your money low in your account, and that's not what we want. The whole purpose of breaking this topic down is just to find something that's sustainable, a long-term fix. No, we don't want to wear bell bottoms and the baggy clothes from the 2000s or the 90s. We do want to stay trendy and fashionable. I understand that. We don't want to look like we're dressing like JJ off Good Times. We don't want to do that. But just find a good, healthy balance so you won't spend all your money trying to look good and you're looking good, but your pocket is empty or your purse is empty or your account is empty. That defeats the purpose. You're super sharp in your outfit and you gotta pull up to McDonald's and you got on, I don't know, $500 worth of clothes. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. Kind of like driving a high-end car with the gas light on. But we don't do that, right? Of course not. Fashion. We see the hot new thing, the shiny new object, the lights, the glitz, the glamour, the flash. And sure, it looks good. And we chase after it, and then we get it, and we don't wear it, we don't use it, It's like a one-time deal. It's like some people that get clothing, and we're gonna assume they can afford it, and they wear it one time and they give it to the Goodwill or they throw it away. Now, if your money is long like that, then fine, by all means partake in it. But if you work for a living, this is not a healthy behavior to partake in. So I want to challenge you, next time you see a new item that you want to buy, and we're particularly talking about fashion, so it might be shoes, boot, purse, scarf, hat. Just see if you can stall the purchase off for a week. If you can go a week without it, chances are you didn't need it anyway. You just saw it, you convinced yourself, you was aware of it, and then you start telling yourself you needed it. And then once you found the money, or you was okay with trading the money for the item, you went ahead and made the purchase. By us using debit cards or credit cards, where you don't have to physically go in your wallet and count the money out and hand it to someone else, it almost seems seamless, as if you didn't make the purchase, because you didn't physically hand the money away. All you did was just swipe the card or type in the numbers, and voila, you went to the mailbox or the front door and the package or the item was there. So it's instant gratification. So this new item that you want to buy, what can you benefit from it? Can you resell it? Will it help your business? Can you advertise with it? Can you market with it? Is it something you're using for a show, a business trip? What benefit or value can it add to your life? Because all things we want to do things that add value. We don't want to decrease value, because we're trying to maintain a certain standard of living and lifestyle. Correct? I knew you would agree. The purchases we make vary. Some people make purchases that are sound and actually good purchases. Like if you've been driving a car 7-8 years, it's probably time to swap it out. Or those brown boots that are leaning over to the side, yeah, throw them in the trash can. But the purchase, is it a smart purchase? Is it an irrational purchase? How long will it sustain the value? Because we can buy something, I'll say like the white Air Force Ones. Once they get scuffed up or dirty, most people chunk them or throw them away. They don't try to clean them or anything. So I would think about a purchase like that. Me, myself, I wouldn't buy them. White shoes, it doesn't take much to get a white pair of shoes dirty. You can go drink your glass of favorite wine and stain those shoes, and now what do? You clean them, or do you chunk them in the trash can? Of course, that's dependent upon the individual. Social acceptance has blinded us lately to the point where we can't see clearly. So we attach ourselves to these brands and these names and these big corporations to blend in and try to feel like we're a part of another group that we may or may not be a part of. Trends change without notice. So when the trends change, we have to change too, because no one wants to be talked about for wearing the clothes or the shoes from last year or last month or last season. They always want to keep those clothes new, fresh. They want to keep a good rotation. And they want to appear as though they're living the high life. Whether that's true or not, no one really knows, because only you know what's in your bank account. One thing for certain, what's in style now will not be in style next week, next month, 6 months from now, or next year. That is by design. I tell you I'm just throwing this one out there. One way you can beat this, okay, just say if you just have to have the latest fashion, come up with a boutique or sell your clothes, get your website so that you can fund the new clothes. There's no point in keeping old clothes that you're not gonna wear. So if you just have to have the latest fashion, just sell the old stuff. Someone will want it, someone needs it, and your junk is someone else's treasure. Trust and believe me, you might as well get paid for it, right? Who doesn't want a little money in their account? One example of brand that I would like to talk about, think about the classic Jumpman shoe. You know what shoe brand I'm talking about. They come up with new shoes every month. None of them are new. All of them are 20 plus years old. People wait in line, they get a ticket, they take off work. They go through a whole lot of changes to buy these shoes. And they're north of $200. They're made in China. They're nothing special. Yes, they're a brand name. They're not comfortable at all. They're marketed and advertised by rappers and athletes. And in the urban or ethnic communities, they're worn more. Now, you got other people in the suburbs that wear them too, but I see them a lot more in the urban areas. Don't know what the hype is. Yes, I've had a couple of pair myself. They were on sale. I never paid the full price because I didn't see the value in paying $200 for a pair of shoes and they were going to be out of style next month because they constantly dropping shoes that are really old. Nothing is new about them. I don't even think they changing the technology in them, but I won't bash it up too bad because I'm sure I'm ruffling somebody's feathers somewhere. Somebody somewhere loves the Jumpman more than I can imagine. So I don't want to get beat up. But you get the point in branding and how people feel connected. And like we have our favorite ice cream, our favorite comfort foods, our favorite way driving to work. As humans, we're creatures of habit. And once we begin to do something, we most times continue on that course. Like for me, I like fried fish on Fridays. That's something I've been doing for a while. And that's a comfort that I do on a consistent basis. So I guess it would be no different than the people constantly supporting the Jumpman brand. But just know that isn't the only brand. It doesn't make or break you. You can buy another shoe. You can wear another shoe. It is not the end of the world if you can't afford it or you miss a pair of the shoes. Or I challenge you again. Don't buy a pair of Jumpmans for 6 months to see how much money you save or see what impact it has on your life. You can still stay with the same brand. Just buy a cheaper shoe. Find one half the price. You'll be surprised at how much money you can save and the impact that it has on your life. When these products are marketed, they have the proper timing, the pitch. They plan it around paydays. Whether you get paid every 2 weeks, once a month, every Friday. They have all this down to a T because they've been selling and marketing these products for so long till they've learned the target audience, their behaviors, and their traits so that they can sell a product. Another way that people, and everyone doesn't know about marketing, but I think the biggest thing that sells at home too with the Jumpman brand is they use scarcity. So you go to the store, you may or may not get a pair. So you want to get up early, you want to get a ticket, you want to be there, or you're going to send someone else there. And scarcity really drives the point home because people have the fear of missing out. When really you're not missing out on anything because you don't have to buy that shoe or that purse or that bag or that hat. You can really keep the money in your account and do something else with it, like invest. Don't want to say save, but that's another topic for another time. Also, with these habits of buying brands, designers, so to speak, if it's not sustainable or affordable for you, a lot of times it gets passed on to friends, family members, kids, or whatever. And that's even worse because you started a habit or a routine or a bad practice and you pass it on to your cousins, aunties, kids, grandchildren. And so you're talking about a generation of people buying things that they really can't afford or sustain for a long period of time. Because if you continue to make bad purchases, it's just a matter of time before you run out of money or your income changes, your job changes, your health changes, and you can no longer do it. Just think of that person in your neighborhood that always drove a high-end car, then they retired and their income dropped down, I don't know, 50%, and they could no longer afford those cars. Or they had one and they became old and raggedy and they just couldn't do anything with it. And it's somewhere in the scrapyard or the junkyard, or it's been crushed by now. So you always want to find out a way to sustain our lifestyle so that we're comfortable and we can seek and maintain longevity. Main thing is, don't let too much time, i.e. life, pass you by making bad purchases on things that don't yield any benefits or results, because life will pass you by and you let 20, 30 years go by and you spent money on things that bring no real value to your life, and you're trading your time for money, and then you're trading your money for a product that has no benefit, no real value. It's intangible. So just think, we all can do this. You go in your closet, it's full of stuff that you had to have and you wanted, or it caught your eye, your attention, and you bought it. And you go in there now and the stuff just catches dust. You haven't worn it in years or months. And now today you're saying, why did I even buy it? So I think it would be a good idea or suggestion to just try and leverage that and use that as fuel next time you decide to make a purchase. There's no point in going out to buy a $500 jacket and you wear it 3 times. You just decide, well, I stay in this state and it's not cold enough for it, or it's too hot for it. So you always want to weigh your options so that you can make a sound decision, because your closet will tell what kind of purchases you've been making. And from the people I've came in contact with, once they attain all this stuff, they find a hard time parting ways with it, even whether they wear it or not. We're not going to call them hoarders. I know what you're thinking, but we're not going to call them that. But they have a hard time parting ways with things that don't serve them anymore, or they won't wear it, they can't wear it, or they shouldn't wear it. So I have another challenge. Try to use this fashion to leverage your life. I don't know, start a YouTube channel, open up a boutique, auction the clothes off, give it to the Goodwill. Just use it to your advantage, because you paid hard-earned money for it. So sure, you got emotional attachment. You don't want to just give it away, but try to use something to benefit from it. Even if you gave it to a family member or a homeless person, just try to add value with what you have. Whether you sell it, give it away, market it, whatever. Just try to make it make sense. That's all I'm saying, basically. So the question is, would you rather look rich or be rich? Would you like to have an LV purse, a $1,000 LV purse with $50 in there? Or would you like to have a Walmart wallet that you paid $2 for with $1,000 in there? The choice is yours. It's going to always differ based on the individual and the way they want to be viewed and perceived and the way they feel about themselves. Think about the purchase, because we want to be sustainable. We want to have money. We want to invest, and we want to live a healthy life. When I say healthy, I mean financially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So we want to, by all means, buy some of the things you want. And I'm not telling you not to buy anything. Of course, you're going to buy the things that are necessary for your day-to-day life. But you should be able to have the luxury to buy some of your wants. Just don't get carried away. And that's where discipline comes in. Everyone has a different level of that. But just try to get you some so you can save some of that money. You won't give it all away in that department store or on that website. Just come up with a spending plan. It won't be easy. Start off small, write it down, read it, try to recite it. Whether it's saving $100 a month, $200, just start small and build from there so that you can allow yourself a budget for spending, so that you can get that designer. Maybe you just can get a belt or a shoe or a jacket, but just scale it down to where you can live with the purchase and you won't break the bank and your account won't be in a negative trying to be something or buy something that you aren't. Just try this for the next 21 days. I promise you it will have a huge impact on your life. That's all for today. I'm Chuck with the Millionaire Mindset. Again, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.